Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Terra Tech. And on this episode, we are going to be continuing where we left off. And as you can see, guys, our bot is coming along pretty well. Now, Tam was letting us know that this station right here, the GeoCorp station, is actually supposed to react a different way because it's bigger, obviously, and that's one of the main things that they're trying to integrate into the game right now. Is when you buy a block from this or buy anything from it, instead of just giving you one, it gives you 10. Now, I'm sure you have to pay 10 times the price because you're getting 10 of those items, but it's easier if you're going to build the giant bot than having to come in here and just click it once, click it again, click it again. It's for those big builds. It doesn't work that way just yet. It's still, you buy one block, it gives you one block. And I guess that's okay, but at the same time, it kind of sounds pretty interesting if they're going to get to the point where you can eventually have it where you buy 10 at a time. I like that idea. I never thought of doing it that way, but it makes sense. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just kind of charging up my batteries a little bit before we head back out. And I don't know what we're going to do today. I don't have a plan for it. I just kind of, sometimes you log on, you're like, okay, I know exactly what I want to do. Other days you log on and you're like, what do I feel like getting into today, right? And that's kind of the mood that I'm in, is just let's see what kind of trouble we can find out here, And there's, of course, the question mark on the screen. I think Tam was saying that will lead you to most likely the airplane, whereas the little drops, the little gumdrops upside down with the little red thing inside of it, will lead you towards your mission logs. So we need to find the harvester bot. We need to refine a refinery. We need to get the tractor pad from the trading station. Refinery, tractor pad. I think I already bought that, didn't I? And it didn't give me the update. We need to get the wheel, find the wheel tech, and the girder block. So pretty much whatever we feel like. Now, there are some enemies out here, and I kind of feel like getting into some fights. So that is exactly what we're going to do, guys. Now that the sun is shining and we have, our batteries fully charged, I think it's going to be a pretty good day. Now, I think Tam was also telling me, because he wrote quite a bit. He's always been very helpful with leaving stuff on the comment section. That basically, oh come on, the attack button got changed again every single time. I kid you not. I log in here, my controls reset every single time. It's not like I change it. I have my build mode the way I want. I have everything the way that I've always had it. It may seem weird to some people, but it just kind of sucks that it changes every single time. But yeah, I mean, he's been very useful. He goes to the forum on the actual developer's homepage, and he reads what they have to say, and then he has been kind enough to let me know like what kind of updates are going on, and kind of what the publisher has said what they intend it to happen, even if it doesn't exactly happen the way they want it to. And one of the things they're going to be adding in at some point down the road, if it ever works, and I'm hoping it does, is a solar generator, a solar reactor. Oh, wow. Is he dead already? Wow. What happened there? I don't know. I have no idea what happened there, like why he died so easily, but heck, we'll take it. We'll take it for now. It's easy money right there, because you can always go back and sell that stuff to whoever you want. Now, again, they're going to have the basically a solar reactor or solar generator that will work while it's on your bot. It's mobile. And we're thinking, or at least Tam was thinking, and he's probably right on the subject, after I was thinking what he said. He said he was thinking that it was probably going to go with the Venture ones, because Venture is, very fast. Ooh, there's a girder on there. It's not the big girder. In fact, I've never even seen that small girder before. Huh, is that something new? This small one. Wow, look at that. A girder block. Wow, okay. Congratulations, girders weigh less than a standard block, but also have less AP. Yeah, well, attack points, I'm guessing, is what they mean by that. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, because that's not ever been the size I've seen before. That's kind of interesting. I don't know why you would use that. I like the bigger ones, to be honest, even though I don't even use those. But just in principle alone, the bigger ones seem like a better deal. Unless, of course, you could cover those up, maybe? Can you cover those up with something? You can look at that. Look at that, guys. It's slowly being drawn into my bot right there from underneath. And, yeah, it's just kind of getting in the way. Tam did mention a way to kind of try to fix that. I tried it earlier. It didn't seem to really work that well for me. I think, there's just too many holes on my bot, and it's not really it's not perfect yet. Like, we haven't gotten to the stage that I really, really want to get this to. So that's kind of why we're running into issues like that. Let's see, there's another guy out there to the left. Yeah, let's go kill that guy. Let's see what he has, because, oh, there's 2 guys out here. Yeah, we're definitely going to attack these guys. You know, the main reason is, oh, actually, before I do that, let me go ahead and add this will right over here onto this side. Oh, it's a different will. Okay, I see why. I was going to say, these other ones, they cling on really well to the bottom piece, which is kind of where I want them. But that one, it wants the whole side, because it's an actual different will. Oh, what is this guy? Look at his name. D1, D1 fourth, D1 3 fourths. I don't know what he was going for on that one. Wow. A lot of weapons. A lot of weapons. A lot of attack power. We're just wrecking him, though. He hasn't really quite got through our shields or repair bubbles, so we're not really any risk of dying. Wow, look at all that. A couple batteries. We'll definitely take the batteries here, and, you know, while we're here picking up all this stuff, I am going to go ahead and throw some batteries down on there just so they can start recharging. Because, you know, if you're going to be here for a while, which, you know, we're going to be here for a few minutes while we pick this stuff up, it's kind of a good idea to do that. You also got to keep in mind that while you're doing that, you could always get attacked, and you may not have enough time to pick this stuff up, so you don't want to go too overboard. But with all these batteries here, I mean, it's kind of hard to resist getting this much power, especially since it looks like it might be getting dark here fairly soon. So we do kind of have to do this rather quickly. Let's put this there. That's going to take a while for that to charge up. And no blocks. Really? Nothing but wheels and no blocks. Well, we are going to move these wheels aside for now and use the bigger ones on the outside. Just because you always have the option, at least with these bigger ones, to do something like this, which is put that right there and then put this underneath, and it's going to pop your bot up just a little bit. Now, we're not really going to do that because you want it equal on all sides. Otherwise, it's going to be, you know, kind of wonky on one side or the other. But it's always an option that you have when you have those kind of blocks. Now, let's see, where do I want to put? I guess I can put, no, that's where all the batteries are going to go. See, now if I put this here, actually I can put it there, but then I can't put the tires on the inside. No, we don't want that, do we? No, we don't. And you can see the power has finally stopped working. Actually, you're the big wheels, so let's put you over here. There we go. Put you there on the side, and you're another big wheel, right? Yeah, you are. Okay, so we'll put you right there. And we'll put you up here. Actually, we can turn you up like that. That won't do any good for us, but it works. And as long as that solar reactor is, you know, powered, as long as the top part of the solar panels are up, that means it is collecting power. Let's see, what else do we got? We got some, you know, I don't really like these, to be honest. These GSO 8-barrel fixed miniature mortars. Not really my favorite weapon. Now, there is a technique that you can use to get, instead, because like if you fire it right now, you'll see that it fires up in the air at an arc. And it goes pretty far, which can be a good thing or be a bad thing, depending on, you know, what you're actually trying to hit. But there is another technique that you can use, which is to grab it, turn it upside down, go ahead and get it like that, and then when you fire, it fires very close up, but at an angle as well. So that is something you can try to use it for. Again, even with that said, I'm not a big fan of those weapons. They really cause a lot more lag than they really do anything for me, to be honest. So we'll use a few of them, see how it works out, but in the end, those are probably going to be the first thing that I actually get rid of down the road. So just a heads up there. I mean, it really comes down to what you prefer and what type of weapons work best for your style of gameplay. Because there really is just endless possibilities. I mean, none of these weapons are per se better than the other ones. Some of them fire faster, some of them fire further, some of them fire in a straight line where other ones go at an angle. You can kind of get the picture here, is that they all have their uses in some way at some point with certain bots. And, you know, some of the really good weapons out there, really powerful ones, I should say, are incredibly heavy. So with that in mind, if you have something like that, you're going to be weighed down quite a bit, which means you're going to need bigger wheels, and bigger wheels means stronger blocks, and you just kind of get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger very, very quickly. And that might not be the style you're going for. Maybe you're going for slow or quick. Maybe you're going for agile rather than strong. And so you really kind of have to take all of that into account and decide ahead of time, you know, which route you'd rather go down. Let me see. Can I put any of this in here? I could put it on top, but I really don't want to put it there. I guess, you know, it's protected. It is in the shield area, so it's not too bad. What are these? Oh, that's right. Let's move those out of the way, and I'll put this here. Now, the lights did come on, which means it is nighttime, guys. So we got to watch out. We can no longer repair our bot if our power's gone. And of course, the power will go away a lot faster when you're getting attacked versus not getting attacked. So, yeah, something to keep eye on. Oh, we got some more recharge bubbles. I should throw one back here. Not a good spot for it. It's going to get damaged pretty quickly, but it's not like I have much choice. You know, there's not like a whole lot of area left for me to put this stuff on. Actually, I could put it over here. Yeah, that would be nice. It's actually repairing everything. Not the greatest placement, to be honest, guys. I mean, you could get a lot more efficient use out of your power if you didn't waste it on extra repair bubbles and shield generator. Ooh, the big battery. Come on, blow up, blow up, blow up. Yes, yes. What are the chances? What are the chances I'd get the big battery this soon, guys? Holy crap. And I got new wheels. Are these new wheels? Yes, they are. The crusher wheels. I think that was part of one of the quests. Holy crap, guys. I cannot believe we got those batteries that quickly. That is not very common. I mean, they just put it into the game, to be honest. So I guess maybe it is now. But for a long time there, getting you know, those type of batteries, even if you had the ability to do it, because you had to have the R&D department. You know, you had to buy that expansion to be able to use that. But even if you had that, you had to go off into the right region. You had to get lucky and find the piece that you were looking for at the right time. And yeah, it just wasn't incredibly common from what I've heard people talk about. And, you know, I looked for it on, like, because I have my own account, but I don't have the R&D on there. So on occasion, I will play on my friend's account who does have the R&D, just to kind of go over there and check it out and see what kind of updates they're making and things of that sort. When I first started this game and I was recording, I actually did, you know, play off of his before I found out, like, it's really fun game, and I want to keep doing it. And of course, you know, you can't just keep playing on somebody else's account all the time, so I eventually bought the game myself, and that's where I play now. But yeah, it's one of those things. You're not going to get that battery that often, unless they changed it, and maybe they did. Holy crap, look at that guy. He has, what are those? What are those on the back? Jeez, holy crap, it's a Venture. Oh, yes. Yes, don't blow everything up, please. Oh, crap. There's stuff falling all over the place. Let me see. These wheels. Okay, we're going to pick up the wheels. I got access to those. What do we got here? I need to zoom in. I can't see anything from this far out. Okay, so we do got our... Oh, yeah. I love these weapons right here. These weapons, these Venture Fire rifles, Hailfire rifles, I should say, are really cool. Okay, we got the wheels. Go ahead and throw those on there. Got the 2 blocks. Just want to make sure we got those as well. Let's see. Wheels. Where are the batteries? There were some batteries right there. Venture LED. I do kind of like how they pop up and let you know what you have discovered and what you haven't discovered. Kind of like on your screen. And I guess the battery exploded. There was a few batteries on there for the Venture ones. Or maybe they weren't batteries. They were actually fuel tanks from what I remember somebody saying. So, yeah, that's something right there. We're going to get rid of these. There's nothing against those, to be honest, but they're not nearly as powerful. What is that? What is this piece? A Venture Safari Spotlight? Really? I don't think I've ever even seen that. That is something definitely new. Okay. Okay, you can find something new every day, guys. Fantastic. And I've never seen a Venture bot that big before, to be honest. What am I stuck on? What is... Oh, is it a block? A block gets stuck in there? Can't be the block that's stuck. What is my guy stuck on? There we go. Get that out of the way. Dude, get out of my way. Get out of my way. Okay, here we go. Finally, we can move. And that other guy is stuck in build mode over there for some reason. That's kind of, it's kind of strange in its own right, because now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know for sure if I've ever seen a bot in build mode, regardless of, ooh, there's some stuff over there in the, let's put this there. Yeah, we're coming over here because you can see the spoilers, and we haven't got any of these spoilers before, so that's definitely something we're picking up. Let's see, we're going to grab that. Actually, that's not a spoiler. It's, the little thing that goes onto the front of your bot, which I guess is interesting. I mean, it's something we haven't got, but it's not something I really use. To be honest, anything that goes on the front of your bot tends to kind of bog it down a little bit when you go over hills, especially when you kind of take a nosedive over a really, really steep hill. You'll find that your bot, yeah, it just doesn't really make for the best vehicle when you have stuff like that on there. So, like these stud lasers, even those will get in the way, but I kind of put up with them because they're so good at what they do. You know, like you don't really want to negate not having those. So yeah, you definitely, and it's like a hodgepodge of stuff, but some of this stuff I'm picking up is for the sole purpose of getting access to it. The other stuff I'm picking up is because I know it's worth quite a bit of money. Man, look at this. It knocks stuff all over the freaking place. And the sun is up again, guys, and we need to, we definitely need to recharge our bot here, but I don't really want to do it right here in the open now. We don't really have a choice, though. Before we attack those other guys, we kind of need to charge up. So let's go ahead and get some of that going here. We'll put this down. Let's see, where's my big battery? Oh, I did cover it up, didn't I? Dang it. Dang it. Yeah, we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to pop that out. All that stuff is going to pop off because there's no way I'm going to just attach all these little batteries to this thing. Come on, attach. There we go. So it's charging up. I'm going to have to refix this somehow. Let's do this. Put that down there. Put the wheel back up on here. Make it look all funky. Of course, oh, actually, that doesn't look too bad. It actually comes down a little bit and gives it a unique look, which is kind of interesting. I kind of like that. Put that on there. Oh, yeah, look at that. But no, we're not going to do... Actually, yeah, we are. We're going to do that. We're going to do that on this side. Look at that, guys. That's kind of weird. It looks like cogs or something like that. That's not too bad. Not the greatest, obviously. Not something we're going to keep, you know, and be like, oh, yeah, that's the way it's going to look from now on. But, you know, something to, you know, change up. Especially if you wanted to add protection. You know, like wheels, they get destroyed from time to time. Especially if you don't have shield regeneration or anything like that. And, you know, if they get destroyed, you want replacement. So if you're at that stage where you just don't have the shield bubbles yet, you can always have it where you put extra stuff on the outside that you don't necessarily need. Any junk. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's weapons, you know, blocks, or, you know, like just lights and stuff like that. Those things have to be destroyed before it gets to the point of the block behind it gets destroyed. So that's kind of cool in essence that it will do that. Now, as soon as I add this block back to my bot, you're going to see almost immediately a lot of it gets drained. Probably the top two marks are going to get drained instantly to charge up all the other ones. Because what it does is it shares evenly. It distributes all the power evenly between all the batteries that are on there. So if you have a ton of batteries and you only charge up one and throw it on there, it's going to go down to like one line instantly. But it's not really like you're losing power. It's just evenly distributing it. Then you can put it back on. It's kind of nice to do that at first, just to charge up and give everything an initial charge or boost. But if you're constantly having to, or trying to get it up to like complete max, it's not really going to work because you're going to take it off, put it back on, take it off, put it back on. And the amount of time it takes you to kind of switch it back and forth, you're going to lose a bit of power just from your shield bubbles and your repair bubbles doing what they do naturally. But with this is a big battery, a lot of power on it. And so you could kind of do that. I'm going to attach it here in just a second when it's fully charged, just so we can see how much battery power we lose instantly. Wow, 3 bubbles. And then once we attach it back, it will go ahead and start charging up again. And we'll come back over here and look at these guys. And these guys are at 2. These guys are at 2 lines on their bubbles. But that's because I have how many right here? We have 4, 8, 12 of them that we can see. I believe I have another 3 or 4 batteries like that underneath my bot. And, you know, I told you guys I wasn't going to go big. But, yeah, I mean, Tam was right. I meant I wasn't going to go gigantic. But we're already there. Like, we got... I don't know if we could call this lucky or not lucky or what. But we just happened to run into a GeoCorp bot right off the bat. That's not very common. I think this is one of the first times I've really ever run into one that quickly. And usually when you run into them, they just wipe the floor with you. They're so much bigger. They take forever to destroy. And you usually just don't have the weaponry to do any of that. So what is that over there? Venture fire rifle. Okay, we've already discovered that. Let's look over there in the distance. Yeah, I think we're going to go after that venture one first, and then we're going to go after the guy in build mode over there who seems like he's stuck. You can kind of see the little line coming from the sky right there. I hope they kind of explain that, maybe like tractor pads or something like that. Now, this guy is already going down from the second one to the first one, so they're losing power really, really quickly. Let's go ahead and put that back on, and yeah, we're back up to 3. I think that's going to be good. I think we should have plenty of power, to be honest, because that's a lot more power than I had last time, so I don't think we really have to worry about it. And you can see all the wheels. Wow, look at that on the side. That's pretty neat looking. I kind of like that. We might make it like a clockwork bot at some point. Oh, he has the propellers. That's what I was looking for, but I couldn't find him over there. Like the last bot, he had them, but none of them survived or something. That's pretty strange. Holy crap, look how much damage this guy can dish out. You can stop firing, stop firing, stop firing. What in the world is going on? I'm not holding the button down anymore, and my guy won't stop firing. Build mode? No, stop, stop. Dude, what is your problem? The game has freaked out on me, guys. The game has freaked out. How about I change it? Change it to any button? Any button other than... Huh. Doesn't seem to want to let me change it at all. It's almost like my shift button or something is held down, and that's why it's freaking out like that. There we go. Okay, so that was kind of unfortunate. I don't know if a lot more stuff got destroyed than needed to be, but those propellers are nowhere to be seen. Ah, dang it. I want at least one. We can start doing something with them. Did they blow up that easy? I knew they were weak, but they couldn't have been that weak, could they, guys? That is... Maybe they just flew really far. Yeah, there they are. Okay, I think when they blow up, it just sends them out in, like, just massive distances, and it's just kind of weird like that. Now, it's kind of weird to see it with propellers like that. That little stud pole. Oh, what is that? It's something we don't have yet. And there's a little dude out here. Little dudes, stay away from them, guys. They are more trouble than they are worth, to be honest. They do not react very well to big bots. They are so quick that you're going to have a hard time hitting them. And there's 2 of them, too, guys. Oh, look at that. Look at that. The other guy, did you see him over there? What does this guy have? Oh, he's still alive. Okay, so we have some rifles. What are these? Yeah, the rifles. Okay, so let's replace some of the weapons that we have. Some of the, maybe not bad ones, but these ones just do so much faster. And I think they're a little bit more accurate, to be honest, than some of these other ones that just don't fire straight. There we go. Oh, look at him, guys. That is a pretty neat design. Yeah, you're gonna get hit right there. He's using those brackets. He was using those brackets to build a bot out of it. I have never seen that before. That is a... Oh, yeah. That is how we're going to do some of these, like, caterpillar, you know, very, like, spidery designs. I tried doing that with blocks, but they just never quite look right. I don't know why I never thought to use those. That is cool. That is a really cool idea. Guys, that's going to open up so many possibilities, I think, for our bot in the future. Let's see, what if we have any more rifles? Because you can kind of see he went right for where our weak point was. You know, he figured out where do you guys not have a lot of lasers or weapons, and that's exactly where I'm going to go sit myself and then just attack you because you're pretty overpowered. You know, like my bot has just tons and tons of stuff. So before we go out and take on that guy, I think we're going to come over here and take on this dude really, really quick. Now, you can see my power is dwindling, but I have a lot of it. So I'm not really too worried about it. Come on, lock onto an enemy with shocking plate. What? Take on the enemy, break through the shock plating. Oh, okay, so he does have armor. As soon as you attack him, he's probably going to fall out of that build mode. So let's take a look at him real quick. You can see that he does have, oh yeah, GeoCorp armor plating. I have not seen that in the game yet. They've added a lot of stuff that my last game, you know, supposedly should have had access to after they added it in, but because I started the save game beforehand, we just never saw it. So every so often, you got to start over again and just, you know, check out some of the new stuff. So I'm kind of glad that we did that. Wow, it's taking a lot. Oh, he's about to blow. Yes, you are. Yeah, I picked it up before it blew up, though. What is this? Cool, that enemy dropped a shock plate. GeoCorp shock plating. Awesome. These plates will protect your tech really well. Well, yes, I kind of hope they do, but there's no guarantee about it. You know what? Before we get going too far in, we need to put our battery back down and, start charging that sucker back up. And we also have some more blocks. Now, the one thing to keep in mind about this plating, if it's anything like the plating that's, in the GSO or any of the other guys, is it's twofold. It's one, it doesn't allow you to attach weapons to it. So that's kind of a drawback. It's not gonna your bot's not gonna be breaming with weapons. So you're gonna trade offense for a little bit of defense, and it's really not that much defense from what I remember from the other ones, anyways. The other downside to it, guys, is it's just to be honest, it just doesn't seem worth it. It's a lot heavier, and because you can't add weapons to it, I don't really see the point, and I guess what it could be is you can take these, which are the GeoCorp ones, and you could build a bot with either venture blocks or with something weaker, like the GSO ones or something like that. And because you're putting those as protective plates on top of it, basically you're giving it the strength of a GeoCorp without having to give it the actual blocks of the GeoCorp, if that kind of makes sense to you guys. I think in that sense, it might be good to have. Kind of like what I did over here where I used the venture blocks, and what I ended up doing is putting the plates on there like that. Again, you can't have tires there, so that's kind of a drawback. I really, really, really like the tires because it even distributes the weight so that you can, first have a bigger bot, and second, it doesn't get bogged down very easily. Like you don't really want your bot to have problems getting over a hill or something like that. And I already have that issue pop up on mine quite a bit. So yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards maybe not even using these plates at some point. But for now, I think it's a good thing to have. Let's go ahead and attach that real quick. I think that's probably a good enough amount of power because I'm going to charge it up in between this video and the next one. There's another plate there. But I do want to take these things back, and we're going to go ahead and start heading on back right now. The main reason for taking these things back, like I'm taking all this other stuff, one, that we have access to it from now on, and you can kind of see he's getting bogged down a little bit there in the back. And two, so that we can actually go ahead and... you guys can hear my phone ringing there on the side. So guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. I do want to thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all next time. Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that series in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention, and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.